So
I
how
know,
it is affecting,
I know.
how it
but
is affecting the
you can
regional
also give the
parties.
example of Punjab. You can also give the example of Punjab.
No,
I agree.
I am talking about simultaneous election.
So we have a powerful debate between two people now. I'm inviting two students. The topic is very interesting, that one nation, one election, it's good for the country or not. There will be two people, they'll be doing argument with each other. You just have a look, and after this debate, you also can do this type of conversation into the small room. We have 3-4 rooms, okay? So without any further ado, I'm going to invite Mr. Bhaskar and Mr. Harsh to be part of this argument. Please clap for them. Mr. Bhaskar and Mr. Harsh. The topic is very interesting, that one nation, one nation, one election, it's good for the country or not. So what do you favor, Bhaskar? One nation, one election is good or not?
It is good for our country.
It is good for our country. Yes, Mr. Harsh, it is good or not?
I don't think so. It's good for our
It's
country.
not good.
No.
So I hope you both will do a wonderful argument that people will enjoy it, and this argumentative feeling what you're going to have, they will enjoy it. So without really any further ado, let's invite to both of them. Please put this mic at.
My name is Bhaskar Salvi, and as we are about to discuss the topic one nation, one election, why is it in news? Recently, our government has formed a committee under the presidency of former President Ramnath Kovind,
Right.
and other members are our Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah and Leader of Opposition, and also there are 5 other members in committee to discuss on the issue of one nation, one election. Today I am favoring one nation and one election because my first is point that if there are frequent elections are conducted in our country, it leads to it directly affects the governance of our country. Again and again we conduct implement the model code of conduct, which is directly affecting the governance, and there is policy paralysis during the model code of conduct. And my other point is that it will directly decrease the expenses of election, and it will also put and check on the social fabric issues such as the regionalism, communalism, etc. issues in the country, and it will also increase the voter turnout in our country if simultaneous elections are conducted in our country. So this is all from my side.
All your points are great, but what about the regional parties? I have one thing, that if the regional parties are going to hold election with the national parties, then the people will directly favor more to the national parties. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Let's say Lok Sabha election happened in 2026. At the same time, simultaneously the state election happened. So people know more of the national parties, the political leader who are the supreme leader in our country, the face of the political parties. I don't want to name anyone, but people will prefer more rather than the state election. So that is the biggest disadvantage of applying this thing. Second, this thing, you talk about reducing cost, that it will reduce cost. I will give you an example. The EVM cost in the 2019 election, which was given by the Election Commission, was 10,000 crore. Apart from it, let me complete.
It is total cost. Total cost of
total
election.
cost of the by the Election Commission. Apart from it, the political parties have spent 50,000 crore for the distributing the freebies. So that's came the total cost of 60,000 crore.
What kind of freebies?
Freebies, the phones, electricity, or anything that they can provide and take the vote from the people.
Okay.
Listen me first. Now, if we do this thing, that will, if we implement this thing, then at the time we have to implement more EVM machine. EVM machine are more implemented in the 2026 election. As of 2019, 15 lakhs EVM machine were there. But if we implement this one nation, one election policy, then we have to take 25 lakh EVM machine. And the lifespan of a EVM machine is only 15 years. So now, listen it properly and carefully. If we implement this, then in the 5 years we can conduct an election simultaneously. But the lifespan of the EVM machine is only 15 years. So only 3 times we can conduct the election. But if we go on a regular basis, then how many times we can conduct election, we don't have to take into account. So that will automatically decrease the cost of EVM machines. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
That's the thing.
You
Do you have any counter of
mentioned
this?
many problems, but every problem has solution, I think.
How?
You talked about regional parties. In 2019 election in Odisha, we take example of Odisha, simultaneous election, both of Assembly and Lok Sabha were conducted simultaneously. In Legislative Assembly, the regional party, that is Biju Janata Dal, won the assembly elections in Odisha. And on the other part, the Lok Sabha election were also conducted simultaneously. The BJP won 8 seats out of 21 and BJP won 12 seats. And one party won one seat. So
I know.
How it
but
is affecting the
you can also give the
parties.
example of Punjab. You can also give the example of Punjab.
No,
I agree.
I am talking about simultaneous election. Odisha. It is an
That will
perfect
be bad
example
for
in
us.
2029.
The national party
it
will
is
be
bad?
in
How?
face rather than the regional parties.
It depends on.
We know about it. But what of the people who don't know about the politics? They will directly know. They see the Modi face, the BJP face, and they will directly.
What is your opinion about social fabric issues such as communalism, regionalism? If elections are conducted frequently, the more hate speech are again and again speak by the politicians. If there is one-time election, it will directly reduce the communalism.
But at that time, only one political party will be in the majority rather than the other parties. Do you consider Congress as the competitor of the BJP? No,
Yes.
no, it's not the majority. It's not the competitor. There are other regional parties.
It is your view.
Listen to me
not
first.
the view of
It's the views of many economists. It's the views of many politicians also.
Let's see
that
it in
Congress is
election.
not a directly competitor of the BJP. They are the other
going
regional
in wrong
party.
direction.
You are going on the wrong direction.
And you talk about expenses. It will rather reduce the expenses.
How it will rather
If simultaneous election will conduct, there will be one-time voting, so it will directly.
I talked about the EVM. I have given the example of the EVM.
We can increase the number of EVMs.
So that will increase the cost, na?
It will enshrine the democracy of our country.
How?
If one-time election is conducted, the people will get relief from it. We should rather celebrate it as an festival. In America, they celebrate election as a festival. The federal election day is celebrated. They conduct election simultaneously.
But there are the riots and violence that was happened in the election also. In 2019 election, when the Joe Biden was elected, Trump followers directly came to the White House and protested and even throw the pebbles.
So it is the failure of governance. It does not depend on.
You don't want to say that this is the bad thing. That's why you are directly targeting the government.
Okay, I have another point. What is your opinion about voter turnout? The voting percentage will directly increase.
Voter turnout, but the bribe, the freebies will be more distributed to the voters.
So it will be distributed one time rather than distributing again and again.
But the government will implement more of their money at the same time, and that will give majority to the national party rather than the regional party.
So
that's the bad thing.
We are not talking about implementing.
Do you think the Panchayati election will be good after this?
No.
After we implement
we can
this?
conduct Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha. We can conduct local elections different.
That's your point of view. But what the government has said that we have to implement this
the government did not said. They only
government has given their idea.
They only formed a committee and.
But in the parliament they discuss about this thing only. That we will conduct election only one time in 5 years.
There is no discussion on one nation, one election in parliament. Where
in the parliament, Modi ji has given.
But there is no discussion. It is
there
only
was no discussion.
One person point of view. It is not
Modi. He's the Prime Minister of India. He can implement anything. He's in power.
We have to consensus on the public.
See, do you think in one nation, one election, if you want to implement this in parliament, 50% of
yes, there is requirement
of
special majority and the consensus
so
of the
that will automatically will be there.
So who are
because BJP is in majority.
I am not saying that we should implement it now. We should take it step by step.
When shall we implement this?
In 3 to 4 years.
That's your again point of view.
We can amend the constitution and then implement it. There is a solution on every problem.
There is a solution, but right now we have no solution. Can
I take your point?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay. I'll take it. So guys, how was this discussion? This was the argumentative debate actually. When you have a strong argument for at least for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, your emotions come out, right? This video was also recorded for our YouTube family because they often request me, sir, please keep uploading the group discussion videos because you will find the grammatical structures on the various platforms, but this type of discussions are not available at any platform. Although this topic is endless, I mean, because I think government has called a special session in our parliament on 18th September to 22nd September, but we have discussed it early. I don't know what's going to happen. This bill is coming or not. Let's see, but I hope this discussion will help you more. Those who want to discuss more, they can sit into our outside room. And those who are watching this video on YouTube platform, they also can write their views. What do you think that one nation, one election is good for the any country, not only for the India, for any country it's good or not? Enough for today, guys? Okay, it was nice meeting with you. Have a great time. See you in next debate. And till then, okay, bye-bye.